here, another session, sort of with my good friend Giuseppe. My name is Asper, and I'm with the Crypto Shakes podcast. Giuseppe, we had such a wonderful time today. We had great discussion with Christel Bashara about art, NFTs, your role in the curation world. Blockchain has been quite interesting. I guess I just want to hear from you, what have been the key takeaways from your experience so far, given your sort of place in the art space as well?
Yeah. I think it's a very informative session. We are getting a lot of information, especially from me that I'm new to this field. I'm collecting a lot of information, meeting a lot of interesting and inspiring people, and I think especially your talks and your workshops are very interesting and straight to the point, narrowing down to what really needs to be communicated to the general public. And I learn a lot these days, understanding how we can facilitate now all of this knowledge and spread all of this knowledge to the art community. Because as I say, the art community, they're still skeptical. They're still they don't know exactly what's going to happen. They don't know the technology. They don't know how they can adapt these functions to their narratives. So, but in general, I think that all of these is leading to an evolving, an evolving art. Is helping art to evolve into the next stage.
Exactly. I mean, it's been very inspiring. I think I saw some of your kind of talks as well with the UAE NFT project, which obviously Christel Bashara is also involved in. It's very interesting to see whether we will maybe see more collections like this. Many artists, this is just the first that we have seen. Do you envision maybe in your kind of your work as a curator, do you envision maybe curating further collections with your other artists that you work with maybe in the Foundry or elsewhere, and bringing them together to create other types of collections or NFT collections like this in the future?
Yes, definitely. This is something that we are working on. We are working specifically now with the individual artists to develop a curated collection of their work, and trying to always target artists that are not yet in the market, artists who are new into this NFT world, and try to encourage them and also teaching them how to create these collections.
One of the most, I think, interesting points that we talked about in our presentation was, whether the traditional gallery space might get displaced by the online sort of crypto NFT kind of Web3 world now that sort of, there was some discussion about whether, traditional galleries are required, given that there's like a middleman. What do you think? What are your thoughts? We're probably still a few years away from that kind of future, but what are your thoughts on whether the traditional industry, the traditional art gallery space, how are they placed to face up to this new Web3 world?
Well, as I said, this ecosystem is still evolving because of these now NFT and metaverse. I think accelerate this whole process. So many galleries closed down, but the gallery didn't close down. Not all of the galleries that closed down did that because of economic situation. They did it because they realized that they can have a presence online. Their presence online could be more than enough. Platforms such Artsy, for example, help them a lot to have a presence online without having a physical space. Now, I think there are a lot of initiatives. They have an online presence, and some of them they simply are on Instagram. But I still believe that a physical presence and human presence is always important. It's required, yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you. It was, I think, a really interesting little short interview. Thank you for jumping on this interview with me, and
thank you.
I'll see you guys the next one. Take it easy.